Hello, beautiful souls. I hope you guys are doing well and welcome to today's video. I know one of the things that you have to think about when you're doing a yoga teacher training is what the heck am I gonna pack? Especially if you are obviously going abroad, going out of the country for a month, you're going to need to pack strategically. Also, if this is your first time doing something like this, first time traveling, I feel you and I got you. That is why today I will be showing you guys what to pack for yoga teacher training. I'll be showing what I packed as well. Not everything, but like important things. And also just some travel hacks and travel tips that could honestly be useful in any situation, wherever you're traveling, whatever reason you're traveling for. But obviously this is going to be pertaining to yoga teacher training because this is a part of my yoga teacher training series as well. If you don't know, I'm doing a series for the month of March on my channel where I explain pretty much all the things you need to know before doing a yoga teacher training, as well as some solo female travel tips. And I personally went to India, so I'll be talking about traveling in India a little bit as well. If you are planning on doing a training or you already are about to do your teacher training, I would love for you to tune in, and I'm honestly here to just share and to be of service and to help out. Now, when it comes to packing for a yoga teacher training, one of the things you also want to do is look at the website of the place that you're doing your training at, or if they maybe have like an orientation manual, and usually they'll tell you important things that you should pack. Different places may require different things of you, different environments may require different things. For example, I was in India and the area that I was in, there was a lot of bugs, a lot of mosquitoes, so bug spray was definitely a must. I would honestly recommend bringing bug spray either way, but it was definitely needed there. And then some trainings may want you to have certain books already purchased that you need to bring. So just make sure of that as well. Look at that first. And also, as you look at these things, make a list, make a checkoff list. That really helped me. I'm a pretty organized person, so I like to have things like written out and like the checkbox next to it. So if you operate that way as well, make a list, go through it, go through everything. And if there are things you need to purchase, check them off as you purchase them. I really recommend staying organized with something like this because it just helps make things smoother and gives you more peace of mind for your travels. But anyways, today I thought I could actually physically show you guys some things. So without further ado, let's get our suitcases and let's get into it. Okay, first, before I get into like the little things in here, I just want to talk a bit about some of the basics that you should bring, just like going over some of that. Obviously, you should bring some workout clothes to do yoga in. So things that are very comfortable for you, clothes that you wear regularly. You shouldn't need to really buy new clothes unless I personally had to buy workout tops because I mainly just was wearing sports bras when I was doing yoga, and in India, you know, you dress more modestly there and you can't just be wearing a sports bra and leggings. Like that's not how it is there. So I had to get workout tops to cover, you know, my stomach and cover everything. You shouldn't really have to buy too much, but if that's the case, then yeah, get some of that. But as for quantity, I brought, I think around like 4 or 5 pairs of leggings. I think 4. About 3 or 4 sports bras. And then I think I brought about 5 workout tops. And that was all I needed. I didn't need anything more. Wherever you are, you may have to wash your clothes by hand. Or where I was staying at the ashram, you could also get laundry service, but I ended up washing all my stuff by hand for the whole month. I didn't mind it at all. Don't bring too much stuff because you're probably not going to be wanting to do that much laundry, and then also you want to be mindful of the weight of your luggage, right? So that's like the amount that I personally brought, and I think it was a good amount. You can honestly bring a little less too and just keep washing things over and over again. That's completely okay as well. And then you're obviously going to want to bring just your everyday clothes for maybe the days that you go out. Most trainings you'll have 1 day off if you're doing the month-long intensive, which if you're watching this, that's probably what you're going to be doing. But you'll have 1 day off, so bring clothes for that, and also for, you know, the times that you're not doing yoga. You don't want to be in yoga clothes all day. I personally didn't really care to be in yoga clothes all day. I would change in and out of them. So yeah, bring comfortable clothing. I'm going to show you guys a few examples of what I brought for everyday clothing. I don't have everything because I recently got rid of a lot of clothes and got rid of a lot of the things that I brought. So I was in a very humid climate, and if you're going to be on an island or in somewhere like India, I was in South India, or like Bali, somewhere that's more tropical and humid, you're going to want to bring light, breathable clothing. And another benefit of that is that it doesn't really weigh much in your suitcase. Now that's for that type of climate. Of course, if it's a different climate, you want to dress accordingly for that one. But I can mainly only talk about a humid climate because that's what I experienced. I brought a lot of cotton and linen pieces. This is just like a little button-up shirt that I brought. I wear this as my jacket because it never really got cold there. A soft, breathable cotton piece. And I also brought these pants. I am obsessed with these. They are so comfortable. These are cotton as well, super breathable. I wore these a lot out there. And I would just suggest bringing super comfortable clothing. I did not bring one pair of jeans. I just brought breathable clothes, breathable tops. I really enjoyed dressing like that for the month, especially with the climate, but also with what we were doing. I just wanted to be comfortable and just chill. Now, you obviously don't want to overdo it. Don't bring too many things. Just like I said for the yoga workout clothes, you are not gonna wear those things as much as your yoga clothes. At least in my experience, that's kind of how it went. So you don't need to bring so many clothes. Obviously, you want to bring all your undergarments. Now, I brought an abundance of that because underwear does not really weigh much, and I just did not feel like washing the same pairs of underwear over and over again. Like that's not my vibe. So I brought a lot of underwear, and then a few bras, just regular bras, not sports bras. The thing with clothing that you want to remember is that you're gonna be washing it, so you don't need to bring so much. Don't overpack. Being minimal, it just brings peace of mind. It's less to stress about, less to try to manage and pack and things like that. So try your best to keep it as minimal as you can. As I've been editing this video, I realized I did not say anything about shoes. So yeah, bring shoes, obviously. But I would recommend shoes that are very light. Wear your heaviest shoes while you're traveling through the airport. I think that's common knowledge. And then it depends on the climate of where you're at, but I'd recommend bringing sandals because when you're doing yoga, you're taking your shoes off a lot. In the shalas that I was practicing in, no shoes were allowed anyways, even in the classrooms. So you're not really wearing shoes that much unless you're out. But sandals are easy because you can, you know, take them on and off easily. Or Tiva sandals, the ones with like the straps on them, are really nice. So yeah, shoes are important. Now for little additional things or accessories, I guess, this passport holder was amazing. I highly recommend getting something like this. I love how discreet this is as well. So if I was just out and about, like the days I was off or even in the airport, I could wear this around my neck, right? And then I don't have a top to show you, but I could put it under my top and it's very discreet and you can't see that I have, you know, my passport holder. So this is where I put more of my important belongings when I was moving around and all of that. So I put my passport in here, obviously. And then I also had a copy of my visa in here, which is also something that is very important that you need to bring along with your passport. So I would have those in here. And then I also had money, you know, my wallet, rupees, the Indian currency, and then little things like sometimes I put my phone in here or like a chapstick or something. But this carried more important belongings. And my favorite thing about it, like I said, is that I could put it under my clothing and just keep it kind of discreet. I didn't end up losing anything because this was close to me. And then I also have this fanny pack. Now this I wore mainly in the airport. I didn't really wear it when I was like going out in India on my days off. I think everybody should have one of these, whether you're doing a yoga teacher training or not. If you're just traveling in general, you can just put so many things in here. You can keep your boarding passes in here. You can put your passport in here, or I would just recommend keeping it in this. You can put your phone in here. Just any other little belongings that you need on your body can go in the fanny pack, and it's super convenient. Now when it comes to actually packing your clothing, something that really helped me stay organized was these packing cubes. These are amazing. I just love how they keep everything compact. and it honestly gives you more room in your suitcase as well. So if you're just stuffing clothes in the suitcase, you don't really create as much room for other things you may need to bring. You can organize your cubes by maybe having one that's just dedicated to your yoga workout clothes, another one dedicated to pajamas, another one to bottoms or tops, as many as you can fit in your suitcase, of course. And it just is it's gonna really help throughout your training so that things don't get super messy and stressful. It's nice to have a cube that's meant for different types of clothing so that you know, okay, if I need my sports bras, I can go into this cube, or if I need just a regular shirt, I can go into this one. And then try your best to keep it organized throughout the training. I had to remind myself of that because there were some days where I was super lazy. And of course, towards the end, it wasn't as organized as it was in the beginning, but it was more organized than it would be if I just threw everything in there and didn't really organize it. So these are great. You can get different sizes. You can get ones that are smaller, ones that are bigger, and also they save space. Okay, next I want to talk a little bit about toiletries. I don't have any travel toiletries with me at the moment, so I'm just gonna be talking. But when it comes to toiletries, you know, you're gonna want to bring what you are gonna need for the month and the products that you use normally. You don't need to get all this new stuff. Maybe you need to get like smaller sizes of them, but get the things that are comfortable for you, comfortable for your body. I know, like, especially my curly hair girls out there, like, there are certain products that you need and certain routines that you need to do to keep your hair, you know, the way that it is. And I brought all my curly hair products. I just brought them in smaller travel-sized bottles. I'm sure many of you know this already, but of course, bring body wash, shampoo, conditioner for your hair, toothpaste, toothbrush, lotion, moisturizers, skincare, face washes, all of the things that you use regularly. One thing that I would recommend is to bring it in some biodegradable bags so that you can dispose of your toiletries before you come back home. Now, if you're continuing your travels, then obviously don't do that, but toiletries take up a lot of weight in your luggage. And maybe not for everybody. I know for me they kind of do, but everyone's different. Toiletries can take up a good amount of space and weight. Throwing them away at the end is going to be very helpful when it comes to your luggage weight and, you know, checking your bag and everything like that. Another thing that you should bring that I forgot to mention is laundry soap. If you are washing your own clothes, obviously, wherever you're staying, bring laundry soap. You're gonna need that. With toiletries, you can also restock on your days off. You can go into the city, go to markets and get certain things. So also remember that when you're packing so that you don't overpack the toiletries. But in the end, you can always, you know, throw them away. Biggest tip I have is just bring them in biodegradable bags so that you can end up disposing of them before you come back to reduce the weight of your luggage. But otherwise, I feel like toiletries are a very like personal thing. So bring what you feel you need in quantities that are realistic. Now, with us being on the topic of luggage weight, something that you should definitely bring is a portable luggage scale. I don't have it with me at the moment. I do have one, but I recently moved, so it's been a bit difficult to find some of these things. The funny thing is, actually, I forgot mine at home. I ended up using it to weigh my luggage before leaving to India, and then I forgot it. I ended up not stressing about that because of another tip that I'm going to share with you after this one. But bring a portable luggage scale. I'll link the one that I have down below, or I'll put a picture here as well. That is going to relieve a lot of stress when it comes to your luggage weight, because who wants to be that person at the check-in counter that is sifting through their stuff, having to put things in another bag in order to, you know, get their luggage at the appropriate weight, or having to pay extra to check their bag? Like, it's okay if that happens, but like, realistically, do we want to do that? No, especially, you know, we're on a tight schedule when we're on a flight and all that stuff. So a portable luggage scale is great, and it's just really going to come in clutch for you, whether you're doing yoga teacher training or not, just traveling in general. The next thing that I recommend bringing is an extra bag or extra duffel bag. Now, if you don't have a portable luggage scale, this is also something that can help. Even if you do, you know, it can be helpful. This is the reason why I didn't stress too much when I realized I forgot my portable luggage scale. So if you end up, you know, if you're going to another country, you're most likely going to be buying things, or especially at your yoga teacher training, you're going to be receiving maybe a textbook or a few books or a yoga mat or workbooks. I received like a big workbook and some smaller books, but they ended up adding, you know, in weight. And so it's smart to bring an extra bag. just in case your luggage ends up weighing too much. If you use your luggage scale and you realize, oh, my luggage is kind of overweight, you can throw some things in this bag. Or if you're unsure if your luggage is overweight or not, you can just end up putting things in there and check both of these bags. Now, I understand this might not be ideal for traveling light, but it is helpful, you know, in a situation where you may need to even out the weight of your luggage. And like I said, when you go out into town, you might be buying things, you might be coming back with some more clothes or jewelry or anything like that. Having an extra duffel bag is nice, and it just gave me a peace of mind, honestly. And it's funny because both of my bags together, my suitcase and this bag, both of them together were underweight. When I was at the check-in counter, I actually saw that they were under, you know, the max amount of weight. So I was fine either way, but having this just helped me feel less stressed about the weight of my luggage. For the actual training and note-taking, I would recommend bringing a few journals. I brought more than this. This is just the only one that I could find, but just a few journals to take notes. At some of the trainings, they may give you a journal, but if you're someone that likes to kind of keep things organized and keep things in separate journals, that's kind of the way that I like to do things. I think I brought like 3 different journals, and then I also used the one that they had given to me. You can have one that's for anatomy, you can have another one that's for philosophy, one that's for teaching, yoga, and things like that. And yeah, take notes. They are going to be very, very, very good, very helpful. They're gonna come in clutch, so bring notebooks to take notes. Okay, now I'm going to share some small things that I recommend bringing and some things that I brought that I got good use of or found very helpful. So one of those things is this international plug to charge my devices. The outlets may be different in different countries, so you want to make sure that you're going to be able to charge your phone or your computer or whatever you are bringing. You can find these on Amazon or anywhere else online as well. I think I got this one on Amazon. I'm not sure. I don't really remember. Something else that you should bring that I also don't have on me at the moment is a portable charger for your devices as well. If you need to charge them on the go, or if you are, you know, in the airport and there may not be somewhere to charge your phone, but you need to contact family or things like that, bring a portable charger. And then I also used these luggage locks. I'm pretty sure many of you who travel know that these are, you know, these are great. This is nothing new, but just maybe a little refresher, a little reminder. Get some locks for your luggage to keep everything secure. Get tags for your luggage so that you can put your name on it. And speaking of keeping your luggage safe, I would also recommend, I don't know how many times I said recommend in this video, but I would also recommend bringing a air tag or buying an air tag for your luggage. This is my little air tag, and it just helps you track your luggage. You know, I would check on my luggage whenever I landed. You know, when I landed at my layover, I checked just to make sure that it made it to the layover, because there are some cases obviously where luggage gets lost, but it's good to be able to know where your luggage is. So highly recommend getting an air tag for that. You can just put it, I put it in like this little wallet thing and then I just put it discreetly. I think I put it in a pair of socks in my luggage. Also, something else that I actually did not write down but is right in front of me, water bottles. Bring a water bottle. I brought 2. These are very lightweight, so I could get away with bringing 2 of them. But yeah, to fill up on water at your training, there should be, you know, water fill-up stations, water tanks, whatever, like jugs. Why am I not getting the right words? I don't know, you know what I mean. Places to fill up your water bottle, right? But you're gonna need it because you're gonna be working a lot. You are gonna be doing a lot of physical activity. You're gonna need water and water on hand at all times, not just at your specific meal times. So bring water bottles. Other little random things that you may want to bring are a flashlight and an umbrella. I happened to go to India during monsoon season, so an umbrella was definitely necessary. However, they did provide umbrellas at the training, so wherever you go, they may have them there if it is a rainy climate. If not, you don't need to worry about that. And then a flashlight is just great for getting around at night. At my training, we would have to walk in the dark after lunch to our little cottage that we were staying in. So a flashlight was definitely necessary, and yours may be the same. And either way, it's just good to have a flashlight, period. You can get a smaller one that's more compact to fit in your luggage. Something else that I recommend bringing is just a sentimental item, something that feels like home to you, whether that's maybe a picture of a family member or a loved one, or a crystal or a book or something like that, something that exudes the energy of home and grounding, something that you can put in your little room or put in wherever you're staying that just makes you feel at home, because you're going to be away from home and some days that's going to feel hard, and you don't have to necessarily do that, but I definitely recommend it, especially if this is your first time doing something like this, just to have something sentimental, to have something that makes you feel happy and makes you feel grounded. And just a reminder of little important things that you should definitely have are obviously your passport and your visa, the currency of whatever country you're going to. So I would recommend going to a currency exchange center prior to your training, of course, before your training, and exchanging some money, getting however much you may need. You can also exchange money when you're there, but get a good amount before you go, just so that's not the first thing that you're having to do when you get off the plane, because that's not it. That can just be very stressful and annoying. So do that before you go. I'm so glad that I did that, and if there's one piece of advice I think is super important, that is one of them, so please do that. Okay, and I'm going to talk a bit about your carry-on. I feel like I'm yapping so much, you guys, but this is a lot of information and I just want to get it out, and I hope it's helpful so far. But for your carry-on, I brought this backpack. I love this backpack so much. I got it at Target. If you see it, grab it. Okay, it's super nice. You can make it super compact as well by like buckling these together, and it kind of like squashes down, and then it kind of elongates here, and you can put clothes in here as well. That's something that I recommend doing, putting a pair of clothing, underwear, especially if you're doing a long haul flight. You might want to change on your flight or during your layover, and bring some small toiletries as well. Also, just so you have some things just in case your luggage may get lost, so you're not completely like screwed basically and don't have any clothing or any toiletries or anything to kind of refresh yourself. And then I also put my laptop in here. It has a laptop sleeve on the back. It has some pockets in here where you can put, like I put my portable charger down there, and then a zipper up here, you can put your phone. So that's kind of what I recommend for the carry-on. The carry-on really has less to do with the training and more with travel, but it is important when you are traveling. All right, that is pretty much everything that I have to share with you guys about packing for yoga teacher training. If you are about to do this, if you're about to go off to your teacher training, I'm wishing you safe travels wherever you're going and ease with packing. And I thank you guys so much for watching this video the whole way through, for sitting with all this information. I am super, super grateful for you and appreciate you guys. Again, if you are interested in this information, in yoga teacher training preparation and all these things, then stay tuned to this series. There'll be a new video every Sunday. And yeah, that's all I got today. And I hope that you guys are having a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you are. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.